Hey, how's it going? CraigTube back at you. Okay, how many guesses do you want? What beer I have in my hand? This is a Torpedo. This is a Sierra Nevada Extra IPA Torpedo clone, which I brewed a while ago. And I think if you've been sticking around, you've seen, the brewing of that beer, which was a simple, pretty easy beer, right? So here we have it, finally. Some people have been waiting for this. I hope the camera's picking up the nice color. There's a beautiful foam on there. It's gone down a little bit because it takes me time to get from the keg over to here and turn everything on and roll the video. I've had this, I've tasted this already. I'm not going to lie. But I haven't tasted it for about a week now. So because, I took the gas and the serving line off of that keg and put it on another keg and was taking beer out of that. So this has been sitting for a while. So I actually haven't tasted it recently. This beer kit was sent to me from I won't say the state because I don't know if she wants me to, but her name is Manda, and she goes by the name Mandarin 1980 in my chat room on Friday Night Live. And she was kind enough to send me this and some Rush posters, which I have hanging up around the basement here where I can see them when I'm walking around. So Manda, thank you. She's a sweetie. She really is a great gal. Just a very good friend of ours. So without further ado, this is the beer kit that Manda sent me. It's a Torpedo. These are hoppy beers. Beautiful color. It's not clear. It looks just like a Torpedo. I've drank Torpedoes before. So, it's a little darker, I think, than the original one that you can buy in the, can or the bottle or whatever. I can't get them here, the actual Torpedoes, but I have tasted them. Some people have sent them to me, so thank you for those of you who have done that. And I'd really just like to drink this darn thing, okay? And I'll talk about some things afterwards, okay? Because that's what you guys seem to like. In the meantime, Manda, thank you. Cheers to Manda, and cheers to everyone else who sent me beers. I got a few more beer reviews coming up. No, I haven't drank anything yet today. Well, I had one beer. That's it. So I'm stumbling on my words. I don't know. But anyway, let's try this. Cheers, everyone. 17. Very nice. I made this. I can't believe I made it over there behind the camera. I made it. It's delicious. It tastes better than most of the beers you can buy in the store. Really is very, very nice. And I just followed the instructions, so I'm not taking credit. I'm not going to take credit for, how it tastes. I mean, I did everything the way you're supposed to, and there it is. And by the way, while I'm thinking about it, please head to tgtshirts.com. I forget to do this all the time. I'm stupid. I have shirts for sale. You guys can buy shirts. This is my Tube Radio t-shirt. And this represents my Friday night live broadcast. And so it's Tube. There's a vacuum tube there. Radio. And that's what we do on Friday nights, some of us. And it's a lot of fun. It really is. So head on to tgtshirts.com and you can there's a few shirts there of mine that are on sale that you can buy. Okay? Please do that because I would really appreciate it. Okay? So there's my commercial. Back to the beer. This is wonderful, and they've actually become quite popular amongst, some of our friends who we hang out with on Von.live. So, if you like hoppy beers, if you like IPA beers, suggest you try the Sierra Nevada Torpedo. I'm surprised they haven't we've made this beer famous, you know. So Sierra, if you're listening, we love your beer. I've actually tried quite a few of their beers, and they seem like a great brewery. They make excellent beer. So let's get further into this. This has got several hop additions. As you saw, if you watched the making of it. So, and I don't have the information in front of me right now, but lots of hops. There was a half a package of hops left, and I dumped into a Cooper's just the other day when I made a Cooper's. So I just dumped it in at the end of the boil, or when I got the water hot enough, I just threw it in, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So, but it's if you like hops, and you know what, hops have a characteristic. Not only do they preserve the beer, but they also give you a calm feeling. There's a medicinal purpose for hops, if that's the right word. They do. You drink beer, you get the alcohol. You catch a little buzz or whatever. But the hops are also in there when they combine with the alcohol. It gives you a feeling of, just contentment, I guess would be the word. And especially around these times we're living in right now, a lot of us need that feeling. Sometimes we get stressed out. This is a weird time that we live in right now. It's 2020. It's December 2020, by the way, for those of you who might be watching this later on. And but these hops give you a excuse me, a nice, calm feeling, like everything's okay. Everything's fine. So if you haven't tried a hoppy beer yet, give it a whirl. It might take some getting used to, especially if you drink just, piss water beers off the shelf, like a lot of people do. This might be something that you might have to, it might shock you a little bit, but you get used to it, and you'll learn how it makes you feel, and then you'll start to acclimate yourself to it and go, yeah, this is good. So it's all around a good beer. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh, the famous growl. This is nice. I made this before once, and it was good then too. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful beer. I can already feel the hops, working. They're great for sleep, relaxation. Some people make pillows out of hops. They stuff pillows with hops, and you sleep on it. You can smell it, and it's a relaxing thing. Believe me, they're very handy, not only for consumption, but even some manufacturers have like pills for for relaxation and sleep, and they have hops in them, and chamomile and stuff like that. And hops they're great. So I'm really enjoying this beer, Amanda. Thank you. You're awesome. You are. And so I have more beer reviews coming up. I've got a couple of guys from Norway that brew a lot. And so they've sent me some stuff. They sent me this, where did I put that? They sent me this beer. Put that down for a minute. Hopefully it won't spill that. I've got my generators running, so if the power goes out, we won't notice. No, I'm kidding. They sent me this. This is a what they call a... I haven't got my glasses. A chill out ginger habanero. And there's the label there. It's 6.1% alcohol. I drank this live on my broadcast during a Skype call, and it was a bit of a surprise. No one knew I was going to do that. And wow. And I can still smell it. It was an incredible beer. You could really taste the ginger in this beer. I'm a big fan of ginger. I love you. I use it when I cook. And the habanero gave it that, bite. You couldn't chug this beer, really. Had to take it easy on it. And so that was this is from Ola and Paul from Norway. And they made this. They make these amazing beers. These guys sent me so many packages full of, different beers that they've made. I can't, they're the nicest guys around, really. They're so nice that they've done that for me all the way from Norway. I mean, I don't know how much that costs to send beers from all the way over there. But so I've got more beers from them upstairs in my closet to try. And other people have sent in beers too, which, I've put the videos on. So thanks, guys. Nothing wrong with free beer, and especially these awesome, home brews that really they outdo most of the beers you can buy in the store. Right? So not all, because there's some great breweries out there. Definitely. These guys call themselves the Dragonfly Brewery. I believe that's what it says. It's just from memory. I can't see because I've got my glasses on. But that's their facility where they brew their beers. And boy, did they have a great setup. A lot of you guys do. Congratulations to all you ladies and gentlemen who have really cool brewing facilities and are making excellent beers. Oh, boy. I can't think. Amanda, you're awesome. Let me put this somewhere. I'll just hold it. In other news, no, I just, I posted something on Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook guy. I don't use Facebook a lot, really. I'm not a big, but every once in a while I get something on my mind and I think, I've got to express this somewhere. So Facebook seems to be the place where I turn. I don't use Twitter much, and of course, this is YouTube. And I've just been thinking, about this whole, COVID thing. I guess, I don't trust the news media at all. The mainstream news, the ones that you click on the TV and you watch I don't trust those. Sorry. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I also have an open mind, and I don't trust those. Some of them a little bit more than others, or a few of them, but for the most part, I don't, especially this year. So, I have alternatives that I turn to, where it should get my information from, and I filter and I analyze, and I think, okay, this sounds like it could make sense, and I'll keep that in mind, and I'll listen to somebody else. There's a lot of people out there who do, news, and they're not paid by big corporations. See, most of the mainstream news networks, if not all of them, even in Canada, the United States, and I don't know who else, wherever else, they're paid by big, huge, global corporations. So they tell you what they want to tell you, and they don't tell you what they don't want you to know. I don't trust them. Sorry. But so there's a lot of independent journalists out there, thanks to YouTube, hopefully, and as long as they're not getting censored, which some of them are, who can do research, and they're not being paid by big corporations. They tell you that, they try to do their best to get the truth across. And again, sometimes it's, okay, you have to be sensible about things. The sky's falling. I mean, you're not going to believe that, are you? Right? Someone says the sky's falling. But, you can sort of try to, be sensible about stuff. And, you put stuff in the buffer and you just leave it there for a while, and you continue to do your research, and you just, you form a more sensible opinion about things than what the news media just gives you. And you come home from work, click it on, boom, there it is. That what they want to tell you, that's what you're going to hear. I don't know what makes people think that they can listen to that and get all the information they need. That's crazy. And I'm not saying I know everything. I don't think any of us know much. But there's ways of finding out more accurate information than just turning on. I'm not going to say the names of the networks. Okay? The other thing that kind of, and so related to that, I'm doing some rants lately. That's just what's happening here. Related to that is the whole corona, the COVID-19 thing. And you know what really worries me the most about, of course there's lives, people have lost lives, people have lost loved ones. People die from viruses, people die from the flu. I'm not trying to downplay COVID-19, but it's one of those things that's out there that's harmful. And families have lost their homes, businesses have lost their businesses. There's been tremendous loss because of this. And because of these shutdowns, people where they're telling you, well, you can't do this, you can't go here, you can't go bowling anymore, you can't go to a movie, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't, what? All this stuff. Okay, fine. So let's hunker down. It's only been 9 months as of this taping. And it's like, is this really going to ever end? So I guess my main concern is that we're getting so used to this that it would never really get back to normal, would it? Because we wouldn't expect it to. You move from a huge house into a smaller house. At first, it's a bit of a shock, but after a while, you just get used to it, right? And then you just, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm good. I'm afraid that's what's going to happen here with this thing. And you know what? Some people, all they can think of is, it's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, there's conspiracy theories out there, but they're not all conspiracy theories. Some of them are actual conspiracies. And so, sure, I worry that this is being used. Sure, it's bad. It's a bad thing. It's a pandemic. Any doctor, nurse, medical person will tell you, yeah, this is just bad. It's bad. People have lost friends and loved ones and whatever. But at the same time, I believe, and lots of people believe, that it's being used to further control the general public and say you can't do. So they make it really bad, like you can't do anything, basically shut down. A lot of places are just shut right down. And then when they open up again, well, they'll just open up a little bit or, halfway. And everyone is going, oh, thank goodness we can go shopping again. But we still have to wear masks. We still have to go certain directions or up and down the aisles. And we still have to take all these precautions. That might not go away, ever. That's what worries me. So we'll see what happens. Okay, you can come back to this video in 6 months or a year, and you can tell me whether or not you think that maybe it got used to tighten down the screws, of the population or, whatever in most countries. So that's just my opinion. I'm not, I'm a thinker. Okay. So when I was young, when I was a kid, I used to take apart everything. I took record players, tape recorders, radios, the telephone. I had to know. It wasn't enough for me just to say, well, this thing, it works. That's all I need to know. As long as it works, when I turn it on, that's all I need. That wasn't enough for me. I needed to know why it worked, how it worked. So I would take these things apart and look inside and go, oh, that's what's going on there. Okay. I'm curious. It's not enough for me just to turn on, fill in the blank, whatever news network you want to put there, and just go, yep, oh, that's what's happening? Oh, cool, okay, turn it off, move on. It's not enough for me. I need to know why they're telling you that. Is it just because it's the news? Or is it because there's a other reason? Okay? Just saying. Don't condemn me for being curious and for wanting to figure things out and make sure that I'm getting correct information. So anyway, with all that said, there's a lot of people out there who are very strong and who know things and who won't let themselves be manipulated by big corporation people, whatever they are. And so we'll see what happens. Okay. And with that, I went through almost half a beer with that, almost a little more than half a beer. I know I'm taking a chance of losing some viewers by talking about this kind of stuff in the way that I do. Because people just roll their eyes and go, oh, Greg, he's a conspiracy theorist. Listen, I've been, really interested in this kind of stuff for many, many years. I want to know the truth. Everybody does. The truth is out there. It's up to you to find it. Not to just trust, whatever click news network, whatever you want to watch on TV. That's not going to do it. There are people out there who want the truth. And they're the ones who are presenting the truth, or as close to the truth as they can get on social media like YouTube. Anyway, there's lots of people out there who are willing to try and get to the bottom of things. And they're not conspiracy theorists. Come on. That seems like, to me, that seems like it's just always, it's an excuse. Like if you don't like something, if you don't like what you just heard, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Try not to do that because you never know. This truth might be staring you right in the face. And I know it's not comfortable sometimes, burst your bubble and get out of your comfort zone and learn something that you didn't want to know. But it's what's it all about. It's the only way we're going to get along in this world is to know what's going on, what's really going on. And that's all I can say. I don't want to be labeled as a conspiracy theorist. I just want to be labeled as somebody who wants to hear the truth. And I don't believe that I'm getting that from the media sources that most people trust. Actually, not most. Decreasingly, some people trust them. It's getting less and less. So, hey, I love my new microphone. Hey guys, how's it going? Listen, I hope you keep watching. Keep an open mind, okay? And keep brewing and doing this stuff and drinking it and all that kind of stuff, because it's always a great thing to be able to drink a wonderful homebrew that you've created yourself. And again, I thank everybody who sent me in stuff, and especially Amanda, who sent me this kit. It's a Torpedo. It's one of my favorite beers in the world. I still have to find a St. Peter's Winter Ale. I've been checking online to see if anybody around here sells them. I need to get myself a St. Peter's Winter Ale. I love those beers. Those are awesome ones. It's been too long. So I'm looking. I'm keeping on looking. When I do get one, you're going to get one of these rants over a St. Peter's Winter Ale. Okay. Anyways, make sure again you check out my t-shirts at tgtshirts.com. You can click on the right. You can see my stuff and subscribe and all that stuff too down the bottom. And we'll see you very soon. Oh, check out my Vinyl TV channel too. Vinyl Space TV. It's on YouTube, and we're going to talk about tape decks. See these things here? How to record your vinyl onto cassette successfully and make it sound good. How about that? Amongst other things, that's one of the things I'm going to be talking about. Cheers, guys. 17. Be safe out there, okay? Thank you for watching.